Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching Parliament This Week, your weekly roundup of all important developments in Parliament. I'm Kriti Mishra, and now let's begin the show. Ahead of the International Mother Languages Day on February 21st, Vice President of India and Chairman of Rajya Sabha, M. Venkaiah Naidu, has written and passionately urged all the members of Parliament to actively contribute to the cause of preservation and promotion of Indian languages. He has urged all MPs to be active facilitators in promoting native languages in the large areas they represent and to start by taking up appropriate communication and outreach programs on the occasion of International Mother Languages Day. He said, the first learned and spoken mother tongue is the soul of life. In his three-page letters to all the members of Parliament, Chairman Naidu writes, and I quote, "With a multiplicity of languages and a rich spectrum of dialects, we have regions which are repositories of ancient knowledge, much of which stands in peril today. This is mainly due to a mindset of looking down upon one's mother tongue and wearing the linguistic badge of competence in English as a false sign of superiority. This attitude, bordering on disdain for the mother tongue, needs to change. Mahatma Gandhi had, with characteristic foresight, warned that if English-educated neglect, as they have done, and even now continue, as some do, to be ignorant of mother tongue, linguistic starvation will abide." Unquote. Chairman Naidu also stressed on the need for promoting native languages for preserving the country's rich cultural diversity. He said, and I quote, "Culture and language are two sides of the same coin. They embody rich knowledge and practices accumulated over a long period of time. Extinction of a language results in the loss of legacy. We cannot allow this to happen. We take pride in India being a mosaic of several languages and cultures, epitomizing unity in diversity. This applies to the world as well, which is emerging as a global village. The richness of diverse cultures can only be preserved through promotion of mother languages." Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. The functioning of the 8 department-related parliamentary standing committees of Rajya Sabha has improved substantially, with 15% increase in attendance and more than 16% improvement in the average duration of the meetings. Take a look at this report.
Appreciating the improvement in their performance, Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu urged chairmen and members of the 8 committees to ensure 50% attendance. He asked them to target a minimum duration of 2.5 hours for each meeting, given the effort and cost involved in holding them. Chairman Naidu wrote to the chairpersons of all the panels serviced by the Rajya Sabha detailing their outcomes. Since September 2017, the 8 committees of the Rajya Sabha have held 355 meetings. 134 meetings were held in 2017 and 18, 49 in 2018-19, and 172 since September 2019. The chairman reconstitutes these committees in September every year. Each committee has 10 members from the Rajya Sabha and 21 from the Lok Sabha. Attendance of 11 members of each committee constitutes the quorum. The 8 committees clocked an average attendance of close to 50% in 172 meetings since September 2019. This marked a 15% increase over the average attendance of 42.9% for the previous 2 years. While no committee recorded 50% average attendance in 2017-19, 3 committees clocked more than 50% attendance in meetings held since September 2019. The Committee on Education, Women, Child, Youth and Sports reported the highest average attendance of 65.30%. This was followed by the Committee on Health and Family Welfare and the Committee on Transport, Tourism and Culture. Average duration of meetings of these committees since September 2019 improved to 2 hours 7 minutes per meeting, marking an increase of over 16% over the average duration of meetings held during the previous 2 years. For the 355 meetings held since September 2017, the average attendance was 46.01% with an average duration of 1 hour 55 minutes. On the concluding day of the first part of the budget session, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu urged members to ensure effective functioning of the committees during the recess when they examine the demands for grants of various departments, ministries as proposed in the general budget for 2021-22. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
The Parliamentary Committee on Education, Women, Children, Youth and Sports emerged as the best performer of the 8 committees serviced by Rajya Sabha since September 2017. The committee is headed by Rajya Sabha member Dr. Vinay Sahasrabudhe. Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu has repeatedly urged the members to ensure effective functioning of the committees. The Committee on Education, Women, Children, Youth and Sports emerged as the best performer of the 8 committees of Rajya Sabha since September 2017, with an average attendance of 54.19% and the average meeting duration of 2 hours 20 minutes for the 50 meetings held during this period.
राज्यसभा के माननीय अध्यक्ष हमारे माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति जी को धन्यवाद दूंगा कि उन्होंने इस पद्धति से जो अच्छा हो रहा है उसको उल्लिखित भी किया और सदस्यों का अभिनंदन भी किया। और मैं मानता हूं कि अगर हमारी समिति ने अगर अच्छा काम किया है तो उसका श्रेय हमारे माननीय सदस्यों को है। मेरे पूर्ववर्ती अध्यक्ष जो 2017 से विगत सितंबर तक इस कमेटी का नेतृत्व कर रहे थे, अध्यक्ष का दायित्व निभा रहे थे, डॉक्टर श्री सत्यनारायण जी जटिया, उनको भी ये श्रेय जाता है।
The panel presented reports in Ministry of Education and Ministry of Women and Child Development in 2021. It also presented a report on preparation for Olympic Games.
In this committee, I have seen that all the members participate very proactively and provide suggestions which are very meaningful, incisive, and provides tremendous perspective. I also take this opportunity to thank the various ministries and the officials who work along with this committee in a very meaningful and purposeful way.
And Chairman of Parliamentary Panel on Education, Women, Children, Youth and Sports, Dr. Vinay Sahasrabudhe has thanked Rajya Sabha Chairman for constant encouragement and also thanked the members for taking keen interest in the functioning of the committee. Take a look.
Credit goes to all our members, and since the period under consideration is from 2017 up to now, so my previous Honorable Chairman, Shri Satyanarayan Ji Jatiya, who provided leadership to this committee, also deserves to be credited. And basically, as I said, our all honorable members are very sincere. They are very serious about the assignments that the committee is handling. Their application of mind, the kind of questions they are raising, the kind of issues we are deliberating upon, everything has added some value to the deliberations, which is why it has created some greater and deeper interest in the minds of the members, and perhaps that must have impacted upon a brilliant performance of our committee.
Sir, even the duration, as far as the duration is concerned, there also your committee performed very well.
Yeah, it is because education is a subject which is close to everybody's heart. And since our committee has been discussing about education, women, children, and also sports and youth related issues, many of our members, and especially there are a couple of young members like Odisha's Dr. Sambit Patra, Sri Lau Krishna from Andhra Pradesh, and now a newly inducted Lok Sabha member Anubhav Mohanty again from Odisha, and several other senior members from various parties and various states also have taken deep interest, and they didn't mind waiting for working for maybe 3 to 4 hours continuously. In fact, Jyotiraditya Scindia, my colleague in the committee, also complimented that this has been a record that we are working for 3-4 hours. Today, for example, our demand for grant related discussion was there, and we worked close to 7 hours at a stretch.
Also, sir, the fact that Chairman of Rajya Sabha, Mr. M. Venkaiah Naidu, has repeatedly urged the members to ensure that there's better attendance, that there's more seriousness for the committees, that perhaps has also made a deliberate impact.
Yeah, of course. And at the same time, every other member also has to devise ways and means of making the deliberations more interest generating. For example, what we did earlier was when we were discussing Olympics performance of India, we asked the library to put up some show and display of some 20 books that we have in our library, Parliament Library, on Olympics. And people were naturally interested. They went through the books. A couple of them were also borrowed immediately. Today, for example, when we had this meeting, we deliberately held it in the premises of our Sansadiya Gyanapith, which is the parliamentary library. And having conducted the deliberations in the premises of the library, it facilitated us visiting the library. Incidentally, I am a member of the Parliamentary Library Committee as well. The library is completing 100 years of its existence this year. And therefore, we need to use our library resources more kind of aggressively. So we took the entire committee to the library. We visited the library. The library was kind enough to put up a display of about 2,000 books on education, which is our subject. So if the members are to go to the library and the members, the books also have to come to the members. So in both ways, we are trying to generate more interest, which is why I believe people are very keen in their participation, very regular as well, and very passionately raising issues, deliberating on matters of their concern.
And moving on now, Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu has accorded approval to Congress President Sonia Gandhi's request for appointing Mallikarjun Kharge as Leader of Opposition in the Rajya Sabha. Former Leader of Opposition Ghulam Nabi Azad retired from the upper house on February 15th after being the Leader of Opposition for over 6 years. Congress member of Rajya Sabha Mallikarjun Kharge will succeed Ghulam Nabi Azad as the Leader of Opposition in the Rajya Sabha. Azad's tenure in the upper house ended earlier this month. Kharge is the 17th Leader of Opposition in the Rajya Sabha since December 1969. A total of 13 members of Rajya Sabha have so far functioned as LOP in the upper house. And Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu has accepted the resignation of Trinamool Congress MP Dinesh Trivedi. He had announced his resignation in the upper house while participating in the discussion on the union budget. Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu accepted the resignation of Trinamool Congress MP Dinesh Trivedi. Announcing his decision to resign, Trivedi had said that he was unhappy about the violent episodes witnessed in West Bengal and felt frustrated.
जिस प्रकार से वायलेंस हो रहा है हमारे प्रांत में, जिस प्रकार से लोकतंत्र में कुछ भी हो, तो मुझे यहाँ बैठा बैठा बड़ा अजीब लग रहा है कि मैं करूँ क्या, मगर मुझे अब थोड़ी घुटन महसूस होती है। आज मुझे आत्मा ये कह रही है कि यहाँ बैठे बैठे यदि आप चुपचाप रहो और कुछ नहीं कह सकते हो, उससे अच्छा है कि यहाँ से आप त्यागपत्र दो और जाके बंगाल की भूमि में
इसके लिए ड्यू प्रोसेस है माननीय चेयरमैन साहब को।
According to the rules, a member who intends to resign shall intimate in writing under his hand addressed to the chairman. If a member hands over resignation personally to the chairman and informs that resignation is voluntary and genuine and the chairman has no information to the contrary, he may accept the resignation immediately. If the chairman receives the letter of resignation either by post or through some other person, the chairman may make some inquiry to satisfy himself that the resignation is voluntary and genuine. If the chairman, after making a summary inquiry, is satisfied that the resignation is voluntary or genuine, he shall accept the resignation. Kriti Mishra, Rajya Sabha TV. And BJP's Ram Bhai Mukaria and Dinesh Bhai Prajapati on Thursday filed their nominations for Rajya Sabha by-polls on 2 vacant seats in Gujarat. Here are the details. BJP candidates Ram Bhai Mukaria and Dinesh Bhai Prajapati on Thursday filed nominations for by-polls for 2 Rajya Sabha seats in Gujarat. The by-elections were mandated by the death of Congress veteran Ahmed Patel in November and BJP leader Abhay Bharadwaj in December last year. As the Congress, which is the main opposition party in the state, did not field any candidate, the 2 BJP candidates are expected to be declared winners in the elections scheduled for March 1st. The BJP and Congress have 111 and 65 MLAs in the Gujarat Legislative Assembly respectively. Kriti Mishra, Rajya Sabha TV. So that's all we had for you in this edition of Parliament this week. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Rajya Sabha TV.
Defeat coronavirus.